Dude, now we gotta see this shit. Okay, TYT hosts have emotional response to viewer. Okay, dude, let's
This is
see
a
this
critical
shit.
comment. It is what it is. Deanne Loso says, I'm sorry I had to turn off the show because I can't stand to watch one of the hosts defend genocide. I understand that Ben has strong feelings on this issue, but saying it's the price of war.
Oh my god, you fucking jackass. And it's like, dude, can you stop? Like, these people, dude, people who are defending Israel, they aren't just pro-genocide, you fucking asshole. It's like, I am obviously on your side here, dude. I am on your side. I've been doing multiple debates on my channel. You fucking say, dude, I cannot watch these videos. So what are you, like, gonna stop defending your position? Because then a genocide, it's like your feelings take priority over those people getting killed when you have a voice. So you're just gonna be a little baby. It's like, dude, that's how all TYT hosts fucking are. I swear to God, the only two I know are like Anarchist Parian and fucking Cenk, but like they're both like that. So shit, dude. Was it Anna who said that? Okay, then it might be like they're both like that.
Is unjustifiable. Look, I understand what you're saying, Deanne. I think I've called.
Oh, Diane. So yeah, it's another host. Well, they all like try to find more people like themselves, as if that was a good thing.
That. Having said that, we have to hear each other out.
Dude, even Cenk realizes this shit. Yeah, good.
You think that it's a genocide. Ben doesn't think that.
Yeah, good. Cenk at least admits that. I thought he'd be like, well, if you let, like, Ben's gonna be glad, like, now I get to do my genocide. I thought that'd be the tap dance that he'd play, like, you're letting him win, you're letting him, well, good thing that you're, well, I appreciate that. That's more than what I would have expected to get from fucking Cenk over here.
So they don't shut it off. I know, look, sometimes it's tough dealing with people yelling, and I'm the #1 culprit of that, okay? But please try to.
Dude, he's admitting a lot. Dude, I'm almost like starting to respect Cenk here. Holy shit.
Bear through it so that you can get both sides of the issue, then come to your conclusions.
I too want to address one of the comments that was said during the break because it's very important. One viewer said that they had to turn off because they can't stand to see me endorsing a genocide. And then
oh my fucking god. Dude, imagine, like, you know, so they have these debates at Politicon. Ever saw one? Imagine, I never saw them take a break, though. I thought, like, every time they just go on for the... But, like, imagine you're on a debate panel, and they're like, okay, we'll take a quick break. Oh, well, it turns out this fucking snowflake, you're not gonna see them again because they were triggered during the break. Yeah, you all wanted to see that shit. Well, you missed it. Well... things happen, dude. It's yeah.
Cenk stood up for me and said, no, please.
Especially when you're right, dude. Especially when you're right. Like, what the fuck?
You have to listen to both sides. And while Cenk has used that word, Ben does not feel it's a genocide, which I don't. But further, I want to make sure it's clear.
No, so you don't even think it's a... yeah, you don't think it's a genocide. Okay, like, look, some people think it's self-defense. It's all about the framing. And it's like, dude, say somebody said that the Holocaust didn't happen, it wasn't a genocide, that wouldn't either. Well, okay, if you didn't want to engage with people who might bring up that argument, just don't do debates. And if you're going to do debates, be prepared to fucking counter that.
I pitched the last story about the accidental using of the wrong bombs that killed a lot of people that led to a very bad painting of the IDF. I wanted that story on the air because it's crucial to me to have both sides of this covered, and I just want to make it clear to all people that...
Yeah, and it's not even like she bailed out on some like neo-Nazi or whatever who was literally saying this is the Armageddon, motherfucker, we need all of them to die, we need to make this into a parking lot. Like, he wasn't saying all that. He was like, she just bailed out on someone who had a genuine just like different point of view, different sets of ideas on this, and like, he wasn't even being like ridiculous.
I've been watching me on TYT for years now.
There's a lot of people, dude. You should have seen the Cenk versus Destiny debate. It's like, there is a legitimate point of view from both sides. It's like, to assume that if you support like one side over the other, you're like literally in favor of genocide. That's fucking insane. That's like saying that anybody who supports Trump supports fascism. It's like, bro, what the
You know my heart. And the most heartbreaking thing for me personally in this whole war has been seeing people who know my heart instantly shut off. If people that are both progressive and see things normally similarly block each other and refuse to have a conversation, how do we expect warring factions on opposite sides of the Middle East to ever do so? And so maybe it's more likely that my heart is the same and I just see this very complex issue differently. But if you don't know it, let me assure you, I follow tons of social media accounts on both sides.
Yeah, so he's just ramming in the point that, look, I am not just a grifter who's just unsentimental. This is my true opinion. Okay, well, I guess this just makes that TYT host look bad and Cenk somehow look good. Fucking how? Well, he has moments, dude. Anybody they talk for long enough, there'll be one moment when they say something that's like not dumb.
I make
Like, look at anybody,
sure
dude.
that
I'm sure Piers Morgan has said not stupid things before.
if I'm defending some, not all, of Israel's actions, that I'm able to handle the psychic toll of every day watching dead Palestinian babies and children with guts spilling out of their bodies. It's the most horrific.
Wait, guts spilling out of their bodies. Like, most of them are buried under the. I mean, yeah.
Sickening to my stomach thing I've ever seen in my life. I want it to.
Yeah, but he thinks it has to be done, otherwise, like, Israel will not be safe. So it's like, how else do you do it? That's basically their argument. They're thinking, well, they throw pamphlets, like, Hamas is the one doing this, but it's like, if you just, like, the only other option is to just withdraw and say, oh, well, you're using human shields, so we just won't attack you at all. And that, like, that's the Israeli side. Now, there's, of course, like, as you know, I've been debating, like, the pro-Palestine side. Like, you wouldn't do this domestically. If, like, say this conflict, say something like this, say, like, with the United States, because most of my views, firstly, don't exist. I don't think I have views, but let's say I have views, right? They're probably in the United States. Okay, so let's say, oh, the drug cartels, they, like, they, like, the terrorists from the Mexican drug cartels, they infiltrate, I don't know, Louisiana, the state where I live right now. Yeah, they just infiltrate the state, just start taking over okay, so is Joe Biden just gonna, like, carpet bomb, just bomb the fuck out of Louisiana in self-defense? Or would that be like, you're just committing a genocide in your own state? Like, nobody would see it that way. If Israel started bombing its own people, and it's like, well, you'd find a way to handle that. Like, you're one of the richest fucking nations, you're actually backed by the richest nation, and you're dealing with, like, some, like, a starving population, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You just need to bomb them. Like, that's insane. But, like, there are two sides to this. Like, there are counter arguments, because, like, I'm sure I have fucking probably brought that same exact line up in a debate, and like, one of the debates I have up on my channel, and I'm pretty sure the people who answered it probably gave a, like, reasonable fucking, like, a counter argument to it. So this whole thing of, dude, like, I swear to God, that's not like when Roe v. Wade was overturned. Like, everybody started, like, you know, pro-choice, pro-life. That's a perfect, like, steel man of what the positions are. Like, as soon as Roe v. Wade got overturned, it became like, oh, are you pro-killing babies, or are you, just pro, like, women not having rights? And it's like, dude, Jesus Christ, like, how did we get to that? And again, I'm pro-choice too, but it's like, bro, what the fuck? No, like, this sucks. But yeah, TYT is the king of the virtue signaling. Dude, they do it even better than CNN. Like, somehow, dude, and that tells you a lot.
And as soon...
And even MSNBC, dude, Cenk got fired from MSNBC for being... For, like, actually, I heard it was for also virtue signaling about how MSNBC gets it wrong sometimes too, or whatever. It's like, I don't know the context behind how Cenk became who he is, really. Apparently, he pulled a hero move and then got fired. But it's like, dude, I don't care. Everything that I've ever watched of him, it's like, he's just wrong or lying.
As possible. We just...
I mean, I've literally made a compilation on my channel, like, debunking, like, everything he's done on Tucker Carlson. I could have made, like, 3 more compilations doing just that. But I sort of realized, like, for some reason, on these compilations, so I was just because I mean I'm a fan of Tucker Carlson. I disagree with a lot of things he says as well. Like fucking, especially his take on transgender people. That's I can't stand that one. But like Tucker Carlson absolutely just condemned Russia every bit of the way. When Putin was, but he was just like, yeah. So how do we do this? Do we arm Ukraine, or do we try to get a solution, like get diplomatic solution over here? Because Ukraine isn't gonna beat Russia. That's sort of just, do we really want to go down that, or do we want to end the war? End the war. That's like that was just Tucker's line, and he was and Cenk was like, oh, this guy's so pro Putin, but for some reason, dude, you know how Tucker's audience tends to like disagree with him on pretty much most issues, but think that he stands by it. Yeah, like I made that compilation just debunking Cenk, and for some reason, everybody in my comment section started like praising what Putin fucking did. So I was like, yeah, no thanks. I'm not gonna make a part two to this, even though I really want to. It's like this is the fan base it's cultivating, and back in the day, it legit grew my subscriber count by like a whole 100%, dude. It doubled it. So I was like, no, that's not really how I want to start my channel off. But dude, I could have debunked this guy in so much more detail. So it's like Cenk is wrong on literally everything. Like, to be the most charitable, you could say that he just takes tapes. Sometimes he knows that it's not true, just like when he called Tucker Carlson a populist. But you know what? I'm going on a tangent, and I need to shut the fuck up, because 10-minute long videos, dude, that's the like aim, that's the optimum
to do it. I want whatever solution can possibly bring the end of this, as we all acknowledge terrorist organizations control.
Yeah, and I think most people have this
over both the Palestinian people and the Israeli people, and I hope that is done in the way that kills the least innocent people humanly possible. I pray that's a permanent ceasefire agreement.
Wait, so is this guy like? I don't think this guy is the TYT host. I think, like, is this guy the guy who the TYT hosts ran from? Because TYT wouldn't host somebody who doesn't think Israel's committing a genocide. I doubt it. So, yeah, I hope I'm getting that right. Because especially when I'm fucked up and I'm on a ton of drugs right now. It's like, bro, I would have imagined... like, I don't know, I tend to get a lot of things wrong. I don't want to be like, just... I got confused this whole time, and this whole video is just like fucking bullshit now.
That is a peace agreement that comes after that. But of course, when we all three of us on different sides of this issue agree that you can't make peace with monsters that are a terrorist group, that whose goal, as Mondale just eloquently said, was never to liberate the Palestinian people, but instead was to keep power for themselves. And
yeah, and by the way, Hamas does this, Israel does this. Netanyahu is also bragging about having prevented a two-state solution. So, yeah.
In a religious, radical, fundamentalist way, annihilate all Jews, that is not a group of people that you can ever...
Dude, yeah, the same thing can go on all three ways. Yeah, I think that's what he's bringing up, because, again, the Israeli government officials, like, a lot of them are saying, yeah, these are human animals, and we want to do ethnic cleansing.
Ever deal with, and it is horrifically messed up that they are stuck in this civilian area that is densely populated, that will always, in any way that Israel does it, no matter how many measures they take to try to reduce civilian death, will still kill an unacceptable and unconscionable amount of innocent civilians. It's horrible. None of us should be okay with it. And I pray that there is a...
Dude, you're praying. I'm sure that works.
...deal that can be made that can make all of these conditions met and end this horrible war that's happening for the millionth time for good.
Okay, dude, that's cool, I guess. Like, yeah, does anybody care? Should I even upload this shit? I mean, why not, dude? Yeah, why the fuck not?